Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In the design office, Hope lowered at a website picture of Steffi and Finn featured in a fundraising fate composition. She slammed her laptop shut when Brooke returned. Brooke said they'd been sidetracked ahead, but she wanted to tell Hope that Ridge had asked if he could advertise in Monte Carlo that she was the face of the bedroom line again. Hope was rapturous about the news, but noticed that Brooke sounded doubtful. Telling, Brooke said it was lingerie, and she would be further than just the face. Brooke admitted that she had not seen herself as the prophet for the relaunch. Hope replied that it had been Brooke's line. A long time ago. Brooke noted. Hope imagined the communication Brooke would shoot about dateless beauty and feeling sexy at any age. Brooke was interested, but she wondered if she was the right fit for the demographic and lingerie. Well, you wear it, do not you? Hope asked. Brooke appreciated Hope's support, but Brooke was nervous about wearing lingerie in front of a camera. Hope reasoned that lingerie made Brooke feel sexy and confident, and Brooke could inspire that in other women, too. Hope prompted Brooke to agree to do it and squealed in delight when Brooke said she formally had agreed. Brooke and Hope murmured about it, and Brooke asked how she could turn Ridge down. Beyond thrilled, Hope instructed Brooke not to overthink it and to just be herself. Brooke wished she had Hope's confidence about it. Hope asked where Brooke allowed. Hope had gotten it from. Hope noted that Brooke came alive in the limelight and generated buzz and electricity. It was marvelous to watch, and the relaunch would be a huge success. Brooke could suppose of one person who wouldn't be agitated. Steffi, Hope replied. In Eric's office, Steffi raged to Ridge about Sheila's release. Ridge said the police had not been suitable to prove anything. Steffi asked who'd done it if not Sheila. Steffi could not talk about it presently and changed the content to Brooke, whom Ridge wanted as the prophet of the bedroom line. Steffi was worried that Ridge had not consulted her about it, but he said she would known he would wanted to relaunch the line. Steffi fooled that it was a flashback, not a relaunch, and that was not commodity she wanted to flash back to. Ridge figured it was particular for Steffi, still, maintaining that it wasn't. Steffi asked why it had to be Brooke when other models and celebrities would subscribe up for it. Ridge contended that Brooke was more beautiful than ever, and people loved her. Steffi argued that he would unilaterally brought Brooke into the administrative platoon and was pushing her as the lead model. Steffi said the line was formerly profitable, and Ridge was making a mistake. He claimed that Brooke would shoot an empowering communication to women each over the world. Steffi replied that it was not for women, it was for Brooke. Everything was Brooke, Brooke, Brooke. Steffi reasoned that the relaunch was about going forward, but Ridge wanted to go backward. Ridge explained that the bedroom line and Brooke were a part of Forrester's heritage. Steffi noted that he was agitated about it. Ridge expressed his excitement to Design Couture and about the relaunch and communication they'd shoot that women could be who they were right also. Steffi said the communication would be lost with Brooke as the prophet. She'd be a perfect prophet for this. Ridge replied with vigor. Non-concurring, Steffi contended that the limelight would be on Brooke, not the communication. Steffi got it that Brooke was his Logan, nothing new there. Ridge was sorry that the family bifurcation was still hurting Steffi. Steffi took that to mean that Ridge actually was elevating Brooke. Ridge said Brooke had made a lot of benefactions to the company, indeed without him. Steffi fooled that Brooke had torn their family piecemeal. What do you suppose? She hit me in the head with a club and started dragging me into a delve. Ridge asked. No. I left your mama. I did that. Ridge yelled, and he told Steffi to be frenetic at him. He decided it was indeed better if she was not frenetic at anyone and tried to get beyond the resentment for her own sake. Hugging Steffi, Ridge said he was proud of Steffi and the work she would done. He would no way seen anything like Steffi, who seized life by the throat each day. She was the most violent woman he would ever seen, and he knew she could get past it. Because the whole Forrester versus Logan, that is over. That is done, he declared to a tearful Steffi. At Bill's house, Katie pledged to get answers about Poppy because Katie did not suppose Bill knew what he would gotten himself into. Poppy replied that her relationship with Bill had nothing to do with Katie. Katie claimed it did because of Will, and she asked why it had taken Poppy over 20 times to let the verity come out. Poppy said Bill understood it. Katie replied that Poppy had kept it from Luna. Irritated, Poppy stated that everyone was happy except Katie. Katie persisted, relating that Poppy had kept it a secret and denied it to Bill, only to suddenly get a maternity test after all that time Bill and Luna could have spent together. Poppy said it had been time she would demanded, but Katie did not buy it. Latterly, the rankled Poppy was alone, pacing and mimicking Katie, when Luna arrived, noting that her mama sounded worried. Poppy acted like she could handle it, but when Luna persisted, Poppy revealed that she would had another run heft with Bill's partner. Poppy called Katie an infuriating, hypercritical woman who stuck her nose where it did not belong. Luna asked what Katie had said. Calming down, Poppy said not to worry. She only wanted Luna to enjoy her life with Bill. Poppy pledged to do whatever it took to keep it. In Lee's office, Bill arrived to thank Lee for conducting the maternity test and making sure it had been done rightly. Lee claimed she would been glad to help. Bill felt different as a man and a father. He wanted to keep his family near, and that included Lee, who was also family. Lee said Bill did not know what it meant to her to hear that. Lee recalled that he would done a lot for her and had brought a complete foreigner into his home. Bill said he had not done what others wouldn't, and she was no longer a foreigner. Lee claimed that she owed Bill a lot. Bill figured she wouldn't mind doing him a favor by trying to get along with Poppy. Lee scarfed, and Bill asked her to try. She said they'd no way been suitable to do it ahead. "You've no way had me ahead," he replied. She smiled, noting it was his way of bringing people together. Bill told Lee that she was one of them, and she could count on him to help with Poppy. He added that there was nothing he wouldn't do for Lee, who'd helped give him a son. "You are under the Spencer marquee now," he stated. Lee came emotional. Crying, she said she was happy Luna had the proud Bill for a father. It was what a family should be like. She allowed of her own family and all the challenging hours she would put in. All the work, all the times. "Also my marriage was destroyed by a taradiddle," Lee uttered, representing Sheila and Jack's affair, a secret Jack had kept for decades. Bill promised not to let Lee down the way Jack had. Family was Bill's precedence, and he'd a son, due in large part to Lee. Lee said it was the least she could do to repay him. Latterly, Lee was alone when Katie arrived, wanting Lee's help after Katie's last hassle with Poppy. Katie brought up the fact that Lee and Poppy did not get on. Lee allowed. It was no secret that she did not like the way Poppy had lived her life and had always reckoned on the liberality of fat-aged men. Katie assumed Lee was calling her family a gold digger. Lee said she was trying to put it behind her. Katie wanted to put it behind her, too, but felt that she had to ask if there was any chance that the maternity test Lee had performed for Bill and Luna could be wrong.